beer is great because beer kind of goes with everything, and everything is good with beer.
Microbreweries are, for the past 30 years, they've been not just about growing business and making beer for local cities, local communities, and states. It's also it's about growing culture.
What it started with was John Beachboard, had this incredible passion for beer. And then to have brewers like Omar and Dylan and John just, coming up with just all these incredible innovations with beer and flavors and hops.
Hops come to us usually packaged in a vacuum sealed pack. They're very fresh.
The trend of the microbrews that have gone on in the past, this is not something that's 18 months old. This is decades now. Microbreweries were stifled considerably, in Prohibition. Before Prohibition, there was thousands of local breweries. In the 70s, there were like 10. For the past really 30 years, the trend, we've had several thousand breweries spring up, and I think it's not just about beer, and it's also about just developing culture of communities, and then also like what our beer culture is going to be for the rest of the world. There's worldwide interest in American beer now.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check my flow rate here, and just to make sure that all the liquid looks nice and clean and clear. And this is actually a very clear wort, as we call it, which is very good for us. It means we're going to extract the maximum amount of sugars out of this beer. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sample off of our Grant here, and I'm going to check and see what gravity we're getting off the pedal right now.
Part of our ever-growing and expanding barrel aging program. We've got everything from imperial stouts and bourbon barrels to this one in particular is the French Oak Chardonnay barrel that's got our summer saison aging in it. It's been aging for almost 2 months. Now is a good time to go ahead and dig in and try it. It's important that we use a lot of local ingredients in our beer. We use honey in our Love Honey bock that's locally produced.
We buy a ridiculous amount of, we've single-handedly changed the honey market in Arkansas from what I hear. We always buy local ingredients. We'll do some kind of peach firkin when peaches are in season, and they'll use watermelon and blackberries and really any Arkansas fruit that's in season. Dylan and John and Omar and all these great brewers in here are just clamoring to find the best of what's out there.
The reason why it's important is not just for the sake of using, some local, a local peach or a local cucumber. It tastes about 60 billion times better. So that's why it's important to us, is to have the best tasting product. And you can't, a peach that's traveled, 600 miles is gonna not taste nearly as good as one that was grown a couple miles away from here. What's so special about craft beer is this is a craft. This is not beer that's or a product that's produced with massive machinery and computers. This is a beer that when you look at the process of it, this is a beer that we're dialing in temperatures minute by minute, literally crafting a product day by day, and it just like anything else, it's going to change a little bit from here and there, but trying to keep it consistent, trying to keep a great tasting product. There's a craft to that just in and of itself, just trying to keep it, trying to maintain a delicious product.